Hello, how are y'all? And I have an obsessive love of paper. I am a journal, stationery, pen, supplies, like paints and markers and all things stationery, really. So I thought I'd do something different for a journaling video. Definitely different. As you can see, I have sketchbooks and notebooks. Some are used, some I'm currently using, some I use every now and again. Thought I'd talk about what I wish I'd known before I started art journaling, bullet journaling, Hobonichi journaling, journaling in general. And I thought I'd talk about why I journal. Back in the beginning, when I was a child, I journaled to escape. I journaled out of grief as a form of therapy, out of loneliness, to get my feelings out. And then later, my journaling changed, and it was a way to chronicle ideas, poetry. I was inspired and motivated by certain things, and I wanted to chronicle those things. I wanted to remember things that I was afraid I'd forget. In some ways, I still wanted to escape, and in other ways, my journal became my very best friend. I had a passion for writing and a passion for photography, pictures. I had a passion for a lot of things, but my journal gave me comfort. My journal still gives me comfort. Now I journal for all of those same things, but I also journal to be productive, to be organized, sometimes for validation still, sometimes to chronicle things I'm hopeful about, or things that I believe might inspire or motivate others, as a memory keeper, as a form of creative expression, art, words, plans, ideas, feelings, thoughts, memories, emotions, all those things. A way to connect with my past self, my present self, my future self, and so that my future self can connect with my past self. So that I learn from my mistakes, so that I will leave something behind that can be smiled upon, read and laughed about, enjoyed, so that someone else can get to know me in a way that they might not have been able to had I not had my journals. The way that I wished I were able to get to know my daddy when I was young, and as I got older and as I went through things in life, like graduating from high school, my first date, learning how to drive, going to college, getting married, having babies, having a grandbaby, getting divorced, getting remarried, that kind of thing. My daddy died when I was little, and that's when I really became an avid journaler. So as I confess my confessions of a journaler, I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known when I first started down the path of being a journaler and a planner and combining some of the two, that this is something I do every single day, for the most part, in some shape or fashion. When I go to pick out a journal, I find a notebook that I love. I like to do regular writing on lined paper, and I prefer a paper that is fountain pen friendly. Now, I like to create art on dot grid, graph, or plain. My favorite kind of paper would be Tumbleway River paper, or mixed media paper for art. I love mixed media paper. I like hot press watercolor paper. I'm not a big fan of cold press. Maybe for something I were going to frame. But I use the journal or the journals all the time, and it becomes a part of me, and it needs to be fun, and I need to love it because it is, in essence, an extension of myself. And because I use them every day in a variety of ways, or almost every day, I need to be committed, because journaling takes an effort, especially if you are memory keeping or documenting your life, or bullet journaling or planning. There needs to be some kind of commitment. It takes a lot of effort to keep up with things if you're doing them every day, especially if you are on social media. I'd say I wish I'd known more about supplies when I first started adding art, real art, like doodling kind of art and other kinds of art to my journal pages. I wish I'd known more. I wish I'd known about the variety of things that are out there that are budget friendly, that are in the medium range, and more about some of the more expensive things. I wish now I'd known more. Known more about the kinds of pens that are out there. Known more about the kinds of paper that are out there. Known more about the different sizes of notebooks. Journaling, if you add in supplies such as fountain pens or other kinds of pens, like microns and Faber-Castells and all different kinds of pens, mild liners and Tombow markers and Zig clean color brushes and watercolors, ephemera, washi tape, stickers, they add up. It can become expensive. I also wish I'd known more about perfectionism. I wish I'd paid less attention to Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and YouTube in the way that I was, as in comparing myself to others, and paid more attention to DIY and actual supplies and what was good for what. I wish I'd paid more attention in the beginning. I wish I'd done more research. My journals have a function. Although they are artistic in ways, some of them aren't artistic at all. The objective for different journals can change. I can have a journal for one thing and it turn into a completely different thing because of how I'm feeling or the mood or the journal itself. And sometimes I judge myself way too harshly. That's that perfectionism. And that takes the fun out of it. And then I think, well, I'm here, I'm on social media, I'm showing my journals on YouTube and in my Facebook group and on my website, on and off. And what if I decide that I don't like a certain kind of journal after having loved it? Or what if I don't like a certain size journal? Or what if I want to branch out into something completely different in the middle of what I'm doing? What if I find that I've gone through something and it's changed me and changed me so completely that what I'm doing isn't resonating anymore? What if I find that what I really want is something completely different than what I have and have collected and have sworn by and have loved for so long now? Or what if it's time for a change and I just need to experiment for a while in something completely different? Does that make me a hypocrite? Does it make me fickle? No, I don't think so. I think it makes me honest because there's a underlying need within me to try different things, to experiment, to find what truly makes me happy And you know what? If I leave out opportunities to try different things, if I stay closed-minded about what may or may not work, or I am afraid to branch out and try different things because of what others may think, then I'm not being true to me. I'm not being true to my creative passions. I'm not being true to being an open-minded, flexible, creative person. I'm not true to what's being called to me, what I'm being called to do. So I think it's time to change some things. I think it's time to change some things. I fell down the rabbit hole. Traveler's notebooks and journals and bullet journaling and Hobonichis and all of that. I've fallen down the rabbit hole. And as much as I would love to say that certain things are working out beautifully, since October, some things just have not. I've found myself making more time for life, making more time for in the moment, for mindfulness, for being present. And then I didn't want to share it on my journal pages because I didn't know how I felt. I didn't know what I thought. So in December, I've been working on Use It or Lose It. And now I think, thanks to my friend Jen, it's going to be Use It or Lose It with Burgess. Because I think it's time I lost some of those perfectionism things. I think it's time I lost some of the, but you can only do this. Or why aren't you doing this? Or you need to do this. And I'm going to put some of these aside. As much as I love them, I'm going to put some of them aside. And what I'm going to do for January might be something completely different, y'all. I've set up things for January, but those aren't going to the side. This isn't going to the side. This isn't going to the side. This isn't going to the side, nor is this going to the side. This I'm going to start using again. This is writing, and this is writing, so they have no bearing on the other. This I'm putting to the side for now. This is being put to the side. This I'm putting to the side for now. This I'm keeping for now. This I'm keeping. This I'm keeping. This I'm keeping. The sketchbooks are different. I don't use them all the time. I think I'm putting to the side for now. I'm not sure. It's in limbo right now. This, which is my spring edition Hobonichi, so it doesn't end yet. It has my planning for right now in it because my new Hobonichi doesn't start yet. So as soon as January starts, December ends. It's going to go in here. So these are going to be put up. I'll put them up there. And there's one that's not in the stack. My spiritual stuff is over there. My writing stuff is over there. Regular stuff is all right here. I have sketchbooks that are a little bit separate for different things. The creative project sketchbook and things like that I have. And they're right there, ready for me to use. So now I need to find a place for this stuff. But Use It or Lose It December means more than just in December. For me, I wrote it down when I got back from the hospital with my mom, how things weren't sitting quite right. And to be honest, things haven't really been sitting quite right since. I've done some journaling on and off. I have used ephemera and pictures, and I felt really good about it. I've been doing really well. and it feels really good. But at the same time, what has felt the best, to be honest, has been working in this. So for now, I'm going to change things up. You're going to see a whole new setup, I think. Not for the planning, because I have the planning sort of all worked out for 2018, but for my journal stuff, I'm going to take a bit of a break for a little while and try some new things. I'm going to be using B6 for journal stuff. I'm going to change some things up. It's a really good way to experiment with a new size for a while. I love these journals, and I think I need a fresh start. I mean, not that this journal is brand new, because it's not. I've had it, and I've done a bit of journaling in it, but I really like this size. I have to say, I really like this size. So this is going to be my journal for a while, y'all. This is going to be my journaling stuff for a while. I have another B6 coming in, and to be quite honest, I have a feeling that this commonplace journal is going to come out of here, and that other bullet journal, or one of the other journals, is going to go in here, and I will be using this bullet journal and something else in here. So I might just, yeah, we're going to see, because I have this weekend to finish setting things up, and on Monday you will get a brand new video, and I will show you my setup. Actually, because I have a feeling I might be setting it up before then, but I'm waiting on something, so it may not come in quite yet. For now, this will stay how it is until I get everything set up. But my journaling, yeah, I think I might actually do the A5 Hobonichi, the spring edition, and do the daily journal with me in that, because I have it and I don't want to waste all that paper, and I can always go back to the Enigma that's in the Taroko Design red journal cover that I absolutely love, and I love it, but I need to change things up just a bit. I really do need to change things up a bit, and I think now is a really good time to do that, because I'm figuring out a few things, and I don't mind flip-flopping back and forth between journals. I'm okay with that. I used to not be okay with that. That used to would have driven me crazy. But I have realized how sometimes you can kind of get a little stuck, especially when you've been through something. And I went through a lot of something. Really something. So I just need to change things up a bit. And I think this is a really good way to do that. I will see y'all soon. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see y'all again soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.